All right, so again, we're talking about the 6 moves that I feel everyone should be doing in their workouts. To some form or fashion, these moves can be circuited up, or they can be straight sets. You can kind of plug and play with a variety of them, but this is what they are, and you can kind of tweak them and go from there. The first one is a squat. Doesn't matter if it's a back squat, front squat, bodyweight squat, box squat, any kind of squat you can think of. Hold a ball, hold a kettlebell, hold your baby in your living room. Doesn't really matter as long as you have some kind of resistance. You know, once you build up to the bodyweight squat. Any range, not range, but sets and reps, depending on your goals, you can tweak it from there. But squat is number one. After squat, you want to have some kind of hip hinge movement, some type of deadlift. It could be a barbell deadlift, dumbbell deadlift, single leg deadlift. Could be the traditional, real deadlift, some Romanian deadlift, anything along those lines, just to really accentuate your posterior chain, hamstrings, glutes, low back, anything like that. And you can Google a bunch of different variations of them. Deadlift is one thing, and squat as well. I mean, really all of it as I get going. You want to make sure you have your form correct. So again, I'm going to give you the basics, the 6 movements today. Then I'm going to release a how-to video in the next week or so to kind of help coach you up through the movements and the best ways to kind of, like I said, plug and play them in your routine or whatnot. So we got the squat, we got the deadlift. Then we're going to go with upper body press. For what I do, for a lot of the clients that I train, for myself, I prefer the overhead press in some fashion. Again, we're talking about the dumbbell shoulder press, barbell press, anything like that. Could be machined, it could be hammer strength or pin machine, anything like that. Just type of movement. I do prefer it standing if you can. You just want to make sure your core is contracted. Your hips are a little bit tucked forward. You don't want to stick your butt out where you have a big arch in your back. You're going to feel pressure there. It could lead to some injuries. So everything is crucial to all this. And again, I'm just giving you the basics. So we have squat, we have deadlift, we have overhead press. Next, I like some type of a multi-joint upper body pull. And again, because I prefer mirroring movements. So if I'm pressing here, I also want to pull here. So I go with a lat pull, palms facing out, or even a neutral grip. I tweak it depending on the day that I'm working on. Really what I really want to do, what I'm in the mood for, how I feel most powerful, and just really to add some variation to my sessions. So squat, deadlift, overhead press, upper body press, upper body pull, and then 2 core movements. I love twisting type movements, anything to get you changing direction, keeping your core tight. We can set it up on a cable, we can set it with a med ball. So if we were cable, we do some type of torque, through the core. Or med ball, same thing. We're maybe playing catch with a friend or spiking it off of a wall, something along those lines. Both would be perfect. You just want to make sure you're tight. You're focused on keeping your core tight. You're focused on the contraction, the release, all throughout. And again, form. And after that, I'm just big on planks. Once you get it moving, you got a good sweat going. I think a plank is always a great finisher. Nearly every client I have, they kind of know when we're into the last 5-10 minutes of the work, we're finding some space to get a really strong forearm plank or upper body plank. It might have some movement, might have some twists in it, anything along those lines, but I'm really big on finishing out with planks. I think it's a great time to just kind of breathe, clear your head a little bit, and just focus on, that your body's not going to fail. It's a good focus work. It's great upper body, lower body, core, hips, stabilizers, the whole thing, and it kind of brings it all together, all the movements in one. So think about these 6 movements. Again, we're talking about the squat, a squat variation, a deadlift variation, upper body push, and it could be chest press, could be some kind of dumbbell movement here, even an incline. Like I said, I like to do the standing dumbbell or standing barbell just because I'm standing. I feel like I am using my full body. I'm not sitting in a chair. I'm not laying on my back. I like to be standing, doing as much as possible. The lat, you can do the lat pull, or if you're strong enough, you can do chin ups or pull ups, something like that. And even your core work, if you've got it, if you're at a particular level and you want to do some kind of hanging leg raise work, you can do that too. Helps with the hip flexors. But again, you just want movement. You want to do as much as you can standing, and progress from there. So, hope it's helpful.